This is Autohaus Z, and this is a review of the W58bushings.com/BillyM shifter bushings. Alright, Toyota gearbox from the 80s, your shifter bushings are all probably disintegrated to dust by now. This bushing kit is available at W58bushings.com. They used to be called the BillyM shifter bushing kit for the W58, and I think because BillyM was his username on the forums. I've used these many times for the past, I want to say at least 10 years, and these are probably, well, these are my favorite bushing kit for the W58 transmission. These should fit every single W58. I think I've even used these in my W50. And why is this kit so great? So this kit comes with 3 parts. This is the seat. So the shifter ball sits into this guy. This goes into the shift tower. This guy is at the end. The shifter plugs into this guy. Boop. And this is the important part of this kit, is this brass shifter bushing. So where does this go? This brass shifter bushing takes the place of this metal ring, rubber or plastic thing, and then another metal ring. This is highly unusual that this thing is in such good shape. Usually these things are destroyed by now. So this is the first one I've ever seen in this good of shape. We are still going to replace this stuff with this brass shifter bushing because this guy is just that good. So what do we have to do to install this brass shifter bushing? We're gonna make a cut, punch out this metal ring, make another cut, and then punch out the plastic and the metal ring so that this is just the round shifter portion only. And then we're gonna clean up everything, and then this guy actually will get epoxied inside. What's cool about this kit is that actually you can do this with the transmission in the car. So to take this guy out, you actually need to disassemble the entire transmission. What the BillyM kit allows you to do, if you just take off the shifter tower and tape off the opening, you can actually do this entire install in the car. You don't have to take the trans out, and you don't have to take the, more importantly, you don't have to take the trans apart. So let's get my Dremel or something and let's get started. Alright, so here we are at the other vise, and you can see I used a hacksaw and just cut through the inner metal ring, the plastic ring, and also majority of the outer metal ring. On a lot of W58s I've seen, this guy's completely missing and or destroyed, and then this rubber ring's also completely missing or destroyed. But again, this is a total oddball case. What I'm saying is you may only need to cut into that outer metal ring depending on the condition of your OEM shifter bushing. So I have a variety of punches and one chisel, and we're going to punch this guy out. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done this. I think what I did now was get some needle nose and try to take the inner metal ring out. Initially I thought I was going to punch both at the same time, but as I do this I think I'm starting to remember. Alright, yes, needle nose is the key. Alright, one more metal ring. Okay, cool. So I use this cold chisel and the whole ring's actually pushing out right now. Oh! Alright, success. You guys probably saw me hammer my hand. That's why my hands look like this. Cool, so we're going to parts wash this, get some acetone, clean this up. If there's any burrs, I'll clean this out too. And we'll get ready to epoxy that brass bushing inside. Alright, so I just got some sandpaper and roughed this guy out. I'm going to brake clean and clean this guy again before we join these two guys together. This brass bushing looks like it's already roughed up, so that's good. So when we epoxy these two guys together, you can tell this thing's flush. So when we epoxy these two guys, we just want to make sure that this thing dries together as flush as we can. So yeah, let's do it. Alright, if you guys probably saw, I had to stop and readjust and try to do another game plan because I ran into an issue. So I reread the instructions, and it looks like despite how many of these I've done, if the outside metal ring is still in okay shape, you can actually just remove the rubber and keep that outside metal ring in there. I think I took it out on instinct because on every other W58 I've done, both of those rings have been destroyed or missing. So, but that's okay. That's completely okay because the instructions say preferably keep the outside ring, but definitely remove the inner one and that rubber bushing. So what I did was fill this cavity with as much of that JB weld as I could, and then clean out the edges. I have this set up so that this is flat. I'm gonna let this dry overnight. There will be some excess, but some sandpaper or like a good steel brush will clean up the excess. And then once this is in there, I'll take some pictures, and this guy will be good to go. Alright, it's the next day. Epoxy is dried. I used some sandpaper and just sanded off some of the excess. But yeah, this guy turned out well. So the other part of the bushing kit is this shifter bushing seat. This guy, if you can imagine, you put it upside down this way and kind of roll it in. If it's hard to get in, you can actually do some light sanding around the OD of this bushing, but make sure to sand a little bit and fit. Don't try to sand too much at once. Alright, that's it for our video on the W58.com/BillyM shifter bushings. Again, if you can keep that outside metal ring and just pull the rubber part out, and that thing's in good shape and doesn't look like it's gonna fall out, it's better to keep it in there because it's a better fit for that brass bushing. But the way we did it right now, that's okay too. Again, majority of the shifters I've done, that inner, outer, plus that rubber ring have been completely destroyed. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. You can support us on Patreon in the link in the description, and check out merch. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, I have 4 new sticker designs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so yeah, check out the sticker designs. Hope you guys like them. Thanks again for the support, you guys.